They taxed us. Horrible.
I think this sounds illegal. Y'all want to tax us and then call it a drainage fee. Costco got a tax abatement. The Omni's getting a big old tax abatement,
Yep.
big old tax deal, but y'all want to tax us. And then what happens if we don't pay this? I refuse to pay this. Are y'all going to turn my lights off? Y'all going to take my property? This should be illegal. This is like a property tax. Y'all are doing over the square footage of someone's house. Someone called me from the oil field. They're pissed off listening to K-Well, that piece of crap radio station. And they said that they found out that their house, with their garage, they're going to be at the higher tax bracket. And they're pissed off. People are very mad. A lot of people are very mad. Mr. Norman, much respect. You didn't respond to my email. Jack Ladd, they showed me your email. You just a copy and paster. You just copy and paste emails to everybody, don't you? I just want to take this and
I saw that. The dude sent a copy and pasted email to everybody. He didn't even respond to people with the original thought.
And I'll leave it at this. Today, I represent the lowly taxpayer, the working man, the family barely getting by. I don't represent someone making $350,000 a year like our city manager, because when you make that kind of money, of course, millions of dollars sound small. Of course, spending rolls off the tongue easy. It's not your grocery bill. It's not your rent. It's not your water bill that keeps creeping up. I represent the people of Midland, Texas, and especially the people of District 2, John Norman's district, the southeast side, the side that gets forgotten until it's time to collect more money.
Yup.
We already have real problems over there: crime, homelessness, families stretched thin. And instead of fixing these problems, you're standing here today asking the people who can at least afford it to pay more. Hogwash. Let's call this what it is. This is not a fee. This is a tax. Calling it a drainage fee doesn't magically make it honest. Slapping it onto a utility bill doesn't make it a user fee. It walks like a tax, talks like a tax, and hits families like a tax without going through the legal scrutiny a tax increase is supposed to face.
Yup. And that's what they did. They gave us a drainage fee instead of calling it what it is, a tax. A tax, they'd have to have the voters vote for it. So because they went around and used the drainage fee from Tommy Gonzalez, the $350,000 paid salary city manager of Midland, Texas, he used that little trick to make it a fee, drainage fee, which is tied to the MISD bond that I didn't vote for. So that right there is showing you that this is basically illegal because they're charging us by our square footage of our home. Ain't that interesting? But they don't call it what it is, a tax. They call it a fee.
What makes this worse is it's not even about drainage. The city manager himself said on record that this is 100% tied to the MISD bond that I didn't even vote for. That means this money isn't even fixing flooded streets. It isn't solving drainage issues in District 2 of any place. It's being used to backfill money tied to school construction. So let me ask this plainly. Why are Midland residents being billed every month for something they already voted on? The MISD bond got passed, but now somehow we're being told the money wasn't enough, and the solution is to quietly shift the burden onto taxpayers forever? Man. There's no sunset clause, no end date, no accountability. Once this thing is created, it never goes away. It becomes another permanent pipeline pulling money out of working families while City Hall grows bigger and more comfortable.
Yep. No sunset clause. There's no writing in this bill, whatever the hell, the ordinance stating it'll ever end, because it's not going to ever end.
And don't tell us there's no other option. We've been told the city has more than twice the recommended reserves, a rainy day fund, yet instead of using it for an actual rainy day issue, you're creating a new charge called the rain tax, or utility, whatever the hell it is, and hoping people don't notice. That's not leadership. That's not transparency. That's not respect for the taxpayer. Me and Judd Campbell, who I voted for mayor, we were on the live last night on Facebook telling the community of Midland, Lori Blanc, why weren't you on a live? Why were any of y'all telling anybody about this tax increase? Y'all should have been telling everybody. You might not think $5, $10 is not a lot of money for someone every month, but damn, that's eggs and that's bread. Anyways, I want y'all to this. I want y'all to vote it now, and I want to know who's not going to vote for it, because this is hogwash. You think there's no way to figure out where to get the money from? Find a way, but stay out of my wallet. Stay out of the taxpayer's wallet.
Thank you for your comments.
Whatever.
That's your
At this
boy.
time, I'd like to call Andrew.
It got litty, y'all. We got more to come, but they taxed us. We tried to speak up. It was a mob of concerned citizens, and they did not listen to not one of them. Ain't that a shame?